What's going on, guys? This is your boy XQ420 here, and in today's video, bud, the CDC, hey, they don't sleep, man. They're fear mongers from here till death, okay? Till death do us part. And Rochelle Walensky, oh yeah, Bo. I mean, she throwing all in on the fear monger. I know y'all remember her from a few months ago. Said, I'm really scared of the impending doom. I'm gonna go off script while I read the script. I'm going completely off script, guys. I know I'm looking down, but I'm looking down at the script, which is currently off script. We just wrote it a little bit differently here. But she, that's all she's got. I'm not sure if she, I mean, I know that she's got credentials beside her. But is she an actual doctor, physician? I'm not sure, okay? I mean, I just want to know when the last time she worked on somebody. That's all I want to know. Because it just seems like she's an arm for propaganda at the moment. But we've got this right here that's just released. Now, of course, we know that if you're age 12 and up, you're able to get at least the Pfizer jab, okay, at this moment, all right? Now, the Moderna jab, Moderna's trying to throw their name in the pot and get in on the action as well because they're missing out on revenue, okay? That's the whole premise, okay? They're missing out on revenue. And it's like, but we need to get in on this revenue, all right? We see Pfizer's taking all the money at the moment, and so we need to get down, okay? And we behind. Because Pfizer's been able to jab folks for, what, it's been a month now? I think it's been around a month. Whenever I did that last video. I can't even remember. I do so many videos. It's crazy. But now the CDC put this out to put fear in the hearts of the weak, okay, in the minds of the weak, as far as parental, the parents. I'm sorry. So we're gonna dive into this, and we're gonna see what they got to say as far as the CDC on hospitalizations of the adolescents and what Miss Rochelle Walensky just said recently. Just jump into this. Alright guys, I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. If it's your first time here, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. We're jumping into it right here. The CDC, okay? We all know who they are. Can't direct crap. Some people got some other ones that are good as well that I can't remember at the moment, but that's okay. All right. If you got something good for the CDC, just put it down in the comment section below. But right here, you know, we've got to make sure that we get the adolescents jabbed, okay? And that's their next priority. They seen that it's falling on deaf ears for the adults, okay? They already like, dang, but we done got all the adults we're gonna be able to get. Now they threw everything at folks: a lottery, free beer, driving a race car, cheeseburger, French fry, donut for a year. I mean, they threw everything at you. The kitchen sink. I mean, besides busting up in your house and dragging you out your house, they throwing everything they can throw at you, okay? So, so they're like, but we're falling on deaf ears. So all we got left right now is that we got to be able to convince the actual parents to get their kids jabbed, okay? That's what we got to convince them of, all right? And so we see right here, they put out this fear porn because that's what they do best, okay? They've got that up there on their site, but fear porn is what they is their real craft. It's what they've been practicing the most at, especially the past year. So it says right here, after initially decreasing in early 2021, adolescent hospitalization rates for the disease that should not be named increased during March and April. Oh Lord, it increased. Be afraid, parents. It's coming for your kids now. Now I want to show y'all a chart, okay? All right, quick. Now look at this. Now we see this is the overall curve, okay? Now we know right here, you get your big hump, because I mean, that's right during your respiratory disease season. Let's get serious, okay? That's the way stuff works. That's the way it's worked, you know, pretty much in the history of man. I mean, I'm just sorry. I mean, it's got to do with seasonality. But look right here, 12 to 17-year-old, look where they at. I mean, man, boy, about ain't even registering, but they ticking zero just about. Now look at this. Associated hospitalizations. That ain't laboratory confirmed COVID. Associated hospitalizations. You can be associated with a whole lot of folks. I've got a whole lot of associates. Don't make them friends, okay? So association don't mean that's why you're at the hospital, all right? So you got to watch these folks, okay? Now, they said March and April, okay? Because they cherry picked the data and then keep going, all right? I mean, we got to make sure we cherry pick. So that's okay. So they went, let's say March all the way to April. You see that little tick up? They're like, oh, boy, it's increasing. Look, boy, it done about flatline, but it's increasing right now. So what they say up here? 204 adolescent hospitalizations assessed. Nearly a third requiring ICU admissions. So what's that, a third of that? What's that, 75? Isn't that right? 75, or 70. 77, 1, 2, 10. So 60 something, okay? 5% mechanical ventilation. Now look, I don't know if anybody knows, but why are we still talking about a ventilator, okay? Were they ventilated for something else, okay? That's what I want to know. Now, I can't find that chart. Somebody else had one up. I don't know what I did with it, but somebody else had one up that they had 10 that were supposedly COVID related, and they had 11 adolescent kids on ventilators for something, and they didn't have COVID at all. So it's like, dang, Bo, and more folk on it, even though it's only one, for something totally different from the COVID than from ones you say that supposedly are, in there for the disease that shall not be named. Now, it's saying none died. None. Zero. Nil. Nilch. Okay? I mean, none died. None of them. Zero. What you want me to be scared of? What you want the kids to be scared of? It's like, oh, when we make sure we put the propaganda out there in front of you, oh, they now eligible, bud. Hey, let me tell you what it does. Protects against severe illness. Allow kids to safely join group activities. Oh, and you know that we want them to join a group activity. You know they want to be part of an activity, right? Do you want to be the reason why your kid can't go to summer camp? You see, they putting that pressure on you, but you can't fold, okay? Now, if you want to get your kid jabbed, then that's your business, okay? But God help them, okay? That's all I'm saying. I just hope that you don't live to regret that. That's all I'm saying. But they got to make sure that they put this stuff out here for you. And, of course, they put it in the red. You know what I'm saying? All this in the red. Oh, yeah. Draw your eye right to it. And they say it's safe and free. Safe and free. Safe and free. Even though we're still in trials. But it's safe and free. All right? So what we're going to do, we're going to see what Miss Rochelle Walensky had to say on the situation. And it's pretty much a regurgitation of what we got up here on the screen. So we're going to jump to that.
In the month leading up to the recommendations of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines for teens and adolescents 12 and older, CDC observed troubling data regarding the hospitalizations of adolescents with COVID-19. More concerning were the number of adolescents admitted to the hospital who required treatment in the intensive care unit with mechanical ventilation. Tomorrow, we will publish a report on this topic with more details in CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. And it is these findings within this publication, one that demonstrates the level of severe disease, even among youth, that are preventable, that force us to redouble our motivation to get our adolescents and young adults vaccinated. Last month, FDA authorized and CDC recommended a safe and effective vaccine for COVID-19 that can be used in adolescents to prevent disease and hospitalization. I strongly encourage parents to get their teens vaccinated, as I did mine.
Now, we seen Rochelle right there. Now, she was really concerned, okay, about the 10 kids, all right? Because 5% of that 200, if I'm correct, would be 10 kids, all right? So of the 10 kids that required the ventilation, okay, which none of them died. Zero. None of them died. That's how you going to push the jab for the disease that shall not be named. It's like, man, you acting like all the kids are dropping out. Like they getting it, and a day later they done, okay? Like we ain't even got time to get them to the hospital, all right? Like we just overran with kids in the hospital that's dealing with actual symptoms and actual issues from the disease that shall not be named. So, of course, they throw up here on the screen, more concerning were the number of adolescents admitted, oh, yes, to the hospital who require treatment in the intensive care unit. It's like, bud, It won't that many, according to what y'all put up on the screen. I mean, dang. But what are we talking about? You see, but and there's a whole lot of people who are they'll just listen to talking points as far as CNN and all that stuff. They won't go in and actually do a little deep dive into data. And I know some people don't have time, and that's okay. But there's plenty of people out there and resources, if you can find them, if they don't get censored, which is the main problem that we're having right now, people getting censored, who's actually doing a compilation of the true data that would show you that, hey, your child more than likely going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talk about 9 times out of 10, they going to be good. It might be 9.9 times out of 10, actually. I mean, from what the data says. But she over here making a big deal about it. It's like, oh man, bud, the mechanical ventilation. Which I thought we were done with mechanical ventilators. They got them stacked up in in the landfill out there, brand new ones, because they ain't going to use them. Folk wasted a whole bunch of money on that. But they folk that can't eat, all right? They're people that can't eat, but we spend all money on a ventilator. It ain't helped nobody, all right? I ain't seen it. I mean, dang, bud. Y'all just remember what they said in New York. 88% of the people that put on ventilators died. Well, hot damn. Wouldn't it just suggest that the shit don't work? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, come on now. It's like, but that's a high percentage of left here. Maybe you ought to look into doing something a little different. I mean, or not. Just to hell with it. It's a man, that's all we got, bud. Man, has the CDC and the FDA told us we can do anything else? Well, no. Well, God, I guess this is what we're going to do. We're just going to keep sticking them on this damn ventilator. They don't seem to be saving nobody. I'm just trying to figure out, bud. I'm trying to figure out what the deal is, okay? And, of course, she's talking about publishing a report, which we seen, okay? And, of course, the report had troubling findings, all right? And demonstrates the level of severe disease, even among the youth. It's like, bud, but look at the chart, man. Let me get off this screen. Look, if you're talking about adolescents, 12 to 17, look at the chart. Both things dragging 0. Look at it. And, and it's just an association. I don't know why else they there. Well, more kids drown than die of a disease that should not be named. Should we have them walk around with a damn what is it, life jacket on all the time? Shit, they might jump in water sometime, right? Hell, if they jump in water, they got a higher chance of dying or drowning. So we need to have them walk around with a life jacket on all the time. I mean, you see what I'm saying? But they will not rest, Bo. They will not rest until they get your kids jabbed, which is what I've said that they were trying to do the whole time. So I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section below. I mean, you put some numbers out like this, man, most folk will be like, man, what are we talking about, bud? We ain't talking about nothing. These ain't none died. It's like, but at the end of it, none. 0. And I mean, that's great. That's great none of them died. But it's like, why should I be freaking out? I mean, but these are some low numbers. Low-ass numbers, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, what are we even talking about? I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section below. Of course, CDC, Walensky, they in the business, okay? They in the back pocket of Big Pharma. And they in the business of fear-mongering, okay? And business was good, but it's starting to dissipate a little bit, so they had to put something out like this to change the mind. Well, not change the mind, but to reignite the weak-minded, okay? So, like I said, I want to know what y'all's thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section below. As always, like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel further, I've got links in the description section below. As always, this has been your boy XQ420. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.